Test 1, 2, 3. Good evening. Welcome to the Revere Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. If you could rise and please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of the members. Mr. Lemonna? Here. Mr. Lopes? Here. Mr. O'Brien? Here. Mr. Pelton? Here. Alternate member, Ms. Pratt? Here. And Chairman Tucker?
Here.
Here. Quorum is present. First matter on tonight's agenda is A2405 on the application of Apex Capital Partners, Inc., wrong application. A2404 is the first application on tonight's agenda. The application of Rocco Andriotti and Isaac Reyes, 28 Avon Street, Everett, Mass., requesting a variance of section 1728020 parking to enable the appellant to convert an existing single-family dwelling to a two-family dwelling at 64 Beach Road.
Is the applicant present? Please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Just press that button once.
Hi, good evening. So my name is Isaac Reyes. My partner and I, Rocco, we're applying for that for the family.
Yes, you just press it and then leave it on. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right, got it. All right, so when they bought the house was already built with a future apartment on the basement. Technically, it's almost like a split level, already with the future plumbing on it and everything. Their kids are getting older. They're almost to be 17, they're older ones, and they're thinking of having almost like an in-law apartment for them. And the issue that we had right now when we did the site plan is that they don't have enough room for up to, I believe it's 4 cars for the parking lot. And they only own one vehicle at this moment. At the same street, there is other houses that they have in-law apartments. And what we're trying to see if we can get the variances for them to be able to finish that apartment, so they can become the apartment for the kids when they are just about a couple of years to be ready for them. That's the purposes of it.
Okay. Seeing that this is a public hearing, I have to ask if there's any proponents, anyone in favor? In favor. Are you the owner?
No, I'm his partner, Rocco, and...
Well, you're the contractor.
Yes.
Okay, of course you're going to be in favor. But you're the contractor, you're not a direct abutter or anything like that.
Yes.
You live right next to it?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. All right. Seeing and hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Would the counselor wish to speak? And are you a proponent or opponent?
I am neither right now. I'm sort of an opponent because
Well, we're on opponent, so.
We're on opponent, okay. It's Council Guerrino Suaya, Ward 5. I've received a few phone calls from residents that are concerned that it states single-family dwelling, and what they're looking for is a two-family dwelling, but the way the gentleman just explained it is he just wants an in-law apartment for a family. Now, if you're talking a two-family dwelling, you're talking a lot more vehicles. And it's just, I don't feel comfortable with something like this getting approved right away without there being a community meeting on it to see how it would affect that neighborhood and especially that street as people are opposing this. They had called me, so I know there is opposition. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other opponents? Anyone opposed? Seeing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any members wish to speak? I do have questions after.
Yeah, I have a question. Was this cited by the inspectors? It was cited prior to you filing for this? Okay.
Okay. When the house was purchased, the occupants is here, the owners are here. You purchased it as a single-family home, not as a home with an in-law apartment. But that's what I'm told, so please translate that so I can make sure that that's the case. Okay, So can you go to the microphone if you're going to speak on his behalf? And just press the button once, please. Okay,
So, cuando ustedes compraron la casa, ustedes estaban conscientes que era una casa de una familia. They were aware of that, yeah.
they were aware of that.
Yes.
And when did they purchase the home?
¿Cuándo compraron la casa? 3 years ago.
3 years. So for 3 years, they've had that so-called in-law apartment downstairs. And what brought it to the attention of the city to,
No, so at the moment, the basement is unfinished. It's not even, it's just a future plumbing in there, nothing is finished in there. Right now, they just use it as a storage. The reason that they wanted to do the in-law apartment is so they can have their apartment for the kids as they're growing up.
okay, but there's no kitchen or anything in
No,
there
there's
right
nothing.
now?
There's
Okay.
nothing in there.
All right.
No. We had the architect come in and do the drawings and everything. We presented it to the city. I talked to the inspectors as well, just to tell them what we had in mind and everything, show them the site and everything. Then they suggest to get a site plan and all that, the surveyors and everything. We've done all that just so we can tell, what the plans is.
Okay, because it was a little confusing. I thought that the city
Oh, no.
told you a cease and desist, but you're saying that you brought it to the city's attention to
Yes.
request to do
Yes,
this?
we did, yes.
Okay. And currently, there's only one parking space on that property.
Yes.
I don't even know if you could do two because you have the porch on the side, which would obstruct the second vehicle.
Correct.
Are you able to remove that to put a second vehicle? Can you alter that and put the steps in the back or no?
So the way it is right now, if you're looking at the house in front of you, right, you have both of the egresses for the future apartment basement that they had when they first built the house, and one of them is that one right there. So in a way, when you measure it by the site plan, the guy told us that we have the room for that one parking. And the only other way that we could have it is like if they come through the front door and we eliminate that one exit, which is also a possibility that comes into play. Because the house, when you first walk into the front, it's like a split level home in a way. So you can go up or down.
Okay. Yes.
Now, I know Revere has a new lot accessory apartment.
Not in that area,
Not in
though. It's
that
only in certain zones. Am I correct, Ashley?
You could possibly fix the basement for your own living space as another, but for rental,
Yeah, no, correct. We know that it could be done for, like, in other ways to extend the square footage of the home.
right,
Yeah, it
right,
has the height and everything.
right. But you have to have access from your unit directly to it,
Correct.
So
Correct.
why don't you guys consider that?
Well, we thought about it, being as a secondary plan. Their first plan is, again, because their older son right now is just about to turn 17, and eventually they want them to be a little bit more, independent, and they can be renting an apartment with them and starting the process of getting used to this kind of situation when they're going their own.
But as a rental, it's gonna be
Yes.
far-fetched with your neighbors opposing it.
Correct. No, we know that, and that can also be done the way you're saying as well.
Okay, it's common practice that if you did not meet with the ward counselor, that we would ask for a continuance so that you could meet with the ward counselor, and if there's a community meeting that they requested, that can be done. And during that time, I'm gonna make a motion to have that, to have this continued. However, during this time of continuance, I would like to see you go to the city and see if you could make a second parking space there by
Eliminate it.
altering those stairs. You need a second means of egress to get out of the basement, so that may be something that you can't do. But I would like you to make sure you ask that question to the engineering department. I'm not sure if it goes through fire, but that's something that, before you come back here, I'd like to see.
I'm pretty sure it's possible, and we will ask definitely, because as of this moment right now, the basement, right, technically has 3 egresses. It has the front, and it has one on each side of the house, completely opposite to each other, so I'm pretty sure that could be
Okay.
possible.
I'd like to see if I'll make a motion, if no one else wants to, make a motion to continue so that they could meet with the ward counselor and possibly a community meeting, and then also check on if there can be an additional parking space put on as tandem on the right-hand side of the structure. Is seconded? Okay.
Shall the zoning board of appeals continue this matter to the meeting of May? Let's see. Next meeting will be May 22nd. Mr. Lemonna? Yes. Yes, Mr. Lopes? Yes. Mr. O'Brien? Yes. Mr. Pelton? Yes, and Chairman Tucker?
Yes,
Yes, this matter will be continued.
thank you.
Thank you.
So you probably want to meet with the ward counselor there and...
Next application is A2405. This is on the application of Apex Capital Partners, Inc., 1725 Revere Beach Parkway, Everett, requesting an additional 6-month extension of the 1-year exercise period from the Zoning Board of Appeals associated with the granted variances of A2311 to enable the appellant to subdivide its current lot into 2 separate lots to be identified as lots 1 and 2, and construct a new 2-family dwelling on the subdivided Lot 1 portion of the property, currently known and numbered as 9 Mountain Avenue, Revere, Mass.
Is the applicant or a representative here for them? Could you kindly step up to the microphone and press the button once and state your name and address for the record?
Hi, good evening. My name is Al Carrier with Carrier & Associates, project manager for Apex Capital Partners. My address is 436 Main Street in Charlestown.
Okay. What is the reason for this? There's really not one depicted here. Is it not being able to get a mortgage, a loan, or what's
It was financial, you know, as the interest rates at the time, it was difficult to move forward with financing of the project, but they have since been able to secure the financing, and we're actually in plan review as we speak, early in, probably first week in March we submitted. So we're probably 75% of the way through plan review, but we were in fear that plan review wouldn't be complete at such time as this would expire.
Okay. That's what I thought I was told, but just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, still planning on moving forward
Seeing
now.
that this is a public hearing, are there any other proponents? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any members wish to speak? Then I would ask for a motion to approve the 6-month extension. Do I have a second? Second? Roll call.
Shall the Zoning Board of Appeals grant the applicant a 6-month extension of the 1-year exercise period relative to application A2311? Mr. Lemonna? Yes. Yes, Mr. Lopes? Yes, Mr. O'Brien? Yes, Mr. Pelton? Yes, and Chairman Tucker?
Yes.
Yes, the 6-month extension has been granted. No further business.
No further business. Our next meeting will be May 22nd. Have a good evening.
Thank you, board, appreciate it.